We're sitting down with Liz McCall, the public health educator for the District Health Department number 10. Now, Liz, the playoffs are here. We're talking about them throughout the entire show, and with the biggest sporting events of the year, obviously comes a bit of gambling. And unfortunately, that can go a little too far. And there is such a thing as gambling addiction. It is real, and it really destroys lives. So to kick things off here, tell us a little bit about the dangers of gambling.
So, problem gambling is a hidden illness or silent addiction that might not have obvious physical symptoms or signs like there are with other addictions, but with the gambling opportunities that there are today, like being on your phone, having internet games, apps, and availability to bet on fantasy sports and video games and much more, it's really easy for gambling problems to go undetected.
Now, Liz, what's some red flags that friends, family should particularly be paying attention to their loved one? Is there anything that will make itself known that will allow us to be like, okay, this is a problem that we need to find a way to handle?
So, the top four signs that I suggest people pay attention to are when their friends are lying to hide their gambling activities, when their friends are relying on others to pay their bills or gambling debts, when their friends are trying to stop gambling without success, or when they're using gambling to escape problems or negative emotions.
Oh, that last one I didn't even think of. That's such an excellent point, Liz.
Yes.
Now, let's say someone is not necessarily, they haven't crossed the threshold into addiction. But this is maybe they've never gambled before, but they're Lions fans, and this is a way that somehow they feel like they're supporting their team. So how could one gamble responsibly?
So you can set limits when it comes to your time and money. There are features available on gambling websites that help you monitor your play, and they let you know when you've gone over your time or your money limit. So it's important to use these measures and resist the urge to keep betting or playing once you've reached this limit. Setting a budget is also a great example too. So you can set a budget, you can think about what you can reasonably afford to spend on gambling and stick with it. So if you struggle to keep track of your spending, it might be easier to consider removing your credit card or debit card information from your phone so it can't autofill on these websites.
That's important, and even people who are not suffering from the addiction side of things, I've seen some horrible results. Do not plug in autopay. Autopay is your enemy when it comes to these gambling websites. Now, Liz, let's say a viewer out there right now already has a friend or loved one. They've seen the signs that you just mentioned a bit ago, and that friend or loved one needs some help. Where can they go for some resources to help counteract gambling addiction?
So there's a hotline that you can jump on. You can go to the Michigan Problem Gambling Hotline. You just dial 1-800-GAMBLER, or you can call 1-800-270-7117. They can help you there and support you, all confidentially, with 24/7 support.
Liz, thank you so very much for sitting down with us today. This information is so crucial. We're not trying to be a buzzkill here, folks. We're not telling you to not have fun. We just want you to do so responsibly. And if you have a friend or loved one that's having a bit of a rough time with it, we wanted to make sure you had the resources available to get them or yourself some help. Liz McCall, District Health Department number 10, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today. We're going to make sure that all the links that our viewers need, it's all going to be available after the show today over on 9and10news.com. And remember, everybody, go Lions.